The 7 quality tools are a set of fundamental techniques that provide a structured approach to achieve this objective. Firstly, the Pareto chart is a prioritization tool based on the Pareto principle, which states that a significant portion of problems is often caused by a few critical factors. Secondly, the check sheet, which is a simple and practical tool used for data collection and organization. It helps us gather accurate and consistent data about specific events, occurrences, or defects. Thirdly, the histogram is a graphical tool used to understand the distribution of data. It displays the frequency and distribution of value within a data set. Fourth, the cause and effect diagram, also known as the fishbone diagram, is a visual tool used to identify and analyze the potential causes contributing to a problem. Fifth, the flowchart is a visual representation of a process illustrating the sequence of steps, decision points, and interactions between elements. Sixth, the scatter diagram is a graphical tool used to explore relationships between two variables. It helps us understand if changes in one variable have an effect on another variable. Lastly, control chart is a graphical tool that provide a visual representation of process variation over time. They help us monitor and analyze data to determine whether a process is stable or experiencing variations.
The company's name, Primavalet, is a combination of the words prima and valet. Prima means first class or excellent, while valet means a man's personal attendant. About company background. Primavalet Managing Director is Dr. ARISSA bin RIZAL. Everything is based on the views and ideas shared with his brother Elias Beg, who has experience in managing a boutique business known as Nur Aisyah Boutique in 2016. Primavalet was split on year 2017. Nur Aisyah Boutique became the catalyst and backbone of Primavalet's success today. Dr. Arshad said that Primavalet had ups and downs until it was able to penetrate the country's fashion market. Primavalet acts as a one-stop center, bringing together various brands from new designers. The establishment and opening of Primavalet is a way to allow buyers to see and feel for themselves a closer look at the collection that previously could only be seen through the visual world. Next is Primavalet's success in the first year of establishment. The day was to display a collection of clothes from famous celebrities in the country such as Fattah Amin, Fazura, and Shazizem as a marketing strategy. He said from the strategy, sales at Primavalet in the first year were very encouraging. He believed that what is done needs to get the blessing of the parent and not be too comfortable in addition to needing the best cooperation as a tick towards success. Next, Primavalet Fashion Hub Sdn Bhd is a trusted fashion retailer in Malaysia, offering trendy clothing, accessories, and footwear. With a strong industry presence, they aim to meet diverse fashion needs and provide stylish and high-quality products. They are focused on exceptional customer service and optimizing inventory system, clicks, and enjoyable shopping experience. Through innovation and continuous improvement, they strive to enhance their reputation and become.
For the next slide, I will explain about quality tools implemented by Primavalet Fashion Hub. For the first quality tools, they are using check sheet in their operation process to count total stock in the warehouse based on the product types. They also check based on color and size of product to ensure they can record the total stock of product that arrive at the warehouse accurately. Other than that, they are also using a check sheet to count defect product in the warehouse to ensure the product did not mix with product that are in a good condition, which usually can be detected during the quality check session. Then, for the cause and effect diagram being used by the company to identify more specifically any problem that occurred in the process operation. As an example, when the customer complaint arise, decrease of productivity or defect product increase, and many more. Usually, they will facing many problems during the seasonal or new collection begin because customer order will increase at that time. So, by using this tool, they can systematically handle the problem by each categories because the problem can happen by their own staff and it also can come from their customers, such as during the quality check. There are many defect parts from the product or customer are not satisfied with the product they receive. Next, Primavalet using histogram to track their product sales based on different categories such as type of product, color, size, and price of the product because they can identify and compare which product has high sales and low sales or which collection is hot selling. So, lastly, they use flowchart as their quality tools to easily monitor the process flow of customer order from the beginning until the end of the process. And they use the Talkshop Seller Center to monitor because other than track the flow of customer order, they also can track any refund or return process that occurred. And they also can identify any problem occurred during the process of quality check, packing process, delivery time, and estimate time product arrival.
The reason of the implementation. So firstly, check sheet.
meet the specifications. When something is used to meet the quality standard, it typically applies that a particular method, process or practice was employed in the past to ensure the quality standard. Second, cost reduction. If Primavalet can detect any problems early before they are received by the customer, Primavalet can also reduce the cost, because if there are problems with their product, Primavalet will have to replace the product with a new one, and it probably costs additional costs. Thirdly, enhance departmental interaction and joint work within Primavalet. Each department will be more cognizant of any issues that occur in other department, so that Primavalet will continue to be relevant. Secondly, cause and effect diagram. So firstly, which is identifying the underlying or root causes. It helps teams or individuals to methodically explore and evaluate each category, brainstorming possible causes within each other. Secondly, to initiate preventive measure. By identifying the root causes of a problem, the fishbone diagram helps organization develop strategies to prevent similar issues from occurring in the future. The next one, histogram. Firstly, observe recurring patterns. Histograms are able to track the performance of some products, whether the product is acceptable or not, and also identify any areas for improvement, such as Primavalet. Creating a histogram can help to understand the distribution of performance across different regions or levels. Secondly, assist with any potential quality issues for the brand. Able to see any part in tracking any problems in the production process, which is, for example, problems in terms of sorting clothes that are if there are wrong sizes or vice versa. Last but not least, flowchart. Useful resources for instructing team members or training new staff. They serve as visual aids to explain processes or systems step by step and simplify the learning process, helping new hires understand their roles, responsibility, and how their tasks fit into the larger workflow. Second, encourage efficient communication. They provide a visual language that is easily understood by different individuals and encourage discussion, brainstorming, and feedback between each of the departments to allowing a grasp the overall structure and a flow at a glance. And thirdly, able to identify any potential problems. It sits so as flowchart able to see which part can possibly occur and any errors in the process to determine quality.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is HAKIM, HATTA. Now I will tell you guys about the advantages and disadvantages of the quality tools that used by Primavalet, which are check sheet, fishbone diagram, histogram, and flowchart. Firstly, check sheet. The advantages to Primavalet are to provide archival proof of data collection. It aids in determining how frequently the issue occurs, to serve as a foundation for future research, and it is simple to use while monitoring the process performance. While the disadvantages check sheet is the evaluation may suffer due to poor data quality for products. If data is to able collect at the previously unfamiliar or atypically locations, data quality of the products and thus evaluation can be suffered. Next, fishbone diagram. The advantages are it helps with underlying problem identification of cause and effect relationship. Second, it helps prioritize relevant causes, so we can see underlying root cause are addressed first. Third, it assists in identifying one or more root cause in the productivity process. We can see the process asking why something happened repeatedly at each stage of the process. Fourth, assist in facilitating group brainstorming session and foster creative thinking. For disadvantages, a confusing diagram could result from complex problems. Complex diagram with multiple factors can lead to a jumbled mess that is too difficult to display in the fishbone diagram. Next, confusion can result from irrelevant potential causes. While brainstorming, it is possible to come up with both relevant and irrelevant causes, which can be confusing and time-consuming. For histogram, the advantages are it makes it easy to visualize the data. Next, easy to understand the frequency of data. Much like counting the number of particular type of clothing, histogram help Primavalet in understanding the frequency of data occurrence. Besides, it makes it simple in complexity. Primavalet reduces complexity by categorizing data into easily comprehensible categories and presenting it in an understandable manner. Lastly, enable to uncover hidden patterns and distribution within data. Primavalet can look at the histogram shape and distribution to understand how the product values are spread out. For disadvantages, detailed information is limited. Histogram give a general picture of the data but frequently neglect the more specific information. Besides, it can make data oversimplification. Even though histograms are excellent at making data easier, they occasionally hide the complexity beneath their colorful bars. Lastly, bring the misleading representation. Despite their attractive appearance, histograms occasionally lead us astray if they are not properly understood. Lastly, to flowcharts. The advantages are the diagram is easy to make. Diagram creation is simple for experts who are familiar with the flowchart symbols. 2. Effective and understandable communication results. Communication becomes very effective because everything is summarized by the expert in a way that the flowchart user can understand and provide feedback. 3. The logic is simple to understand. It is simple for Primavalet to interpret and display the outcome of the set of logic using the symbols. 4. It is simple to spot the mistakes. Primavalet finds it is simple to spot error in the entire process and implement a new methods or correct old ones thanks to the flowchart simple structure. And 5, analysis can become more effective. For the disadvantages, first, no scope for alteration or modification. It is challenging for Primavalet to change flowcharts because erasing either the start or the end of the program will have an impact on the entire flowchart. 2, it takes a long time to complete. Due to the complexity of the shapes and the lack of specific application that provide symbols that are already set up to write the logic of the process, flowchart reproduction is a problem. And lastly, difficult to understand for people. A flowchart is not immediately understandable by the public because not everyone is an expert in determining the reason and intent behind using the symbols.
In conclusion, Primavalet is dedicated to delivering excellent writing and customer service. They utilize 4 quality tools, which is check sheet, histogram, cause and effect diagrams, and flowcharts. While these tools offer advantages like proof and insight, current information, enhanced article, and credible sources, they also come with disadvantages such as poor data quality, limited sources, casual writing style, and lack of proper author information.